G'day everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put Audi or VW coils on your Nissan SR20. These are one of the better, or one of the best up there with, you know, R35 or Yaris coils as really good OEM coils. These are really cheap and it's really easy to do. So let's get to it and I'll show you how to go about it. So the items that you'll need to make up a new coil pack harness, you'll need the SR20 coil plug. So this goes to the existing main loom. You'll need the coil, Volkswagen 4-pin connectors, coil connectors. I've got some high temperature wire, and I've got some braid. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing on that. I've got some wiring braid, and then some heat shrink. Also some heat shrink, you know, for each of the joints. And then some connectors. So I use these style connectors, and I'll show you how I modify it to do the join in a second. Is that focusing? They're basically your normal connectors like that. There you go. So what you do is you take off this cover. You just put it. I just put it in the vise and then get vice grips and pull that bit off, and then cut off this end, and you're basically left with this, with a little bit like that, and that's what we're going to use to join the wires. Now I think you can buy these, but they're kind of hard to come by. Using these very common pieces is an easy alternative. This is a diagram I put together to represent where each of the new wires needs to plug from the Volkswagen coils through to the SR20 wiring harness. So the first thing that we need to do is work out how long we need the harness. So what I've got is the existing SR20 harness here, and I'm just going to measure and make it slightly longer than the existing harness, and then I'll show you how to work this. So basically, I've given it a few more millimeters than it is, like that, and then we'll work with that length as the length that we need to go to. So then what you do is you measure up your first plug. So we want it about that long and join into the loom. Sorry, you want the second plug, because you've got the first one is on the full length. So the second plug here, and then we'll measure roughly where it joins in there, and we'll join into the loom about there. So now that you've got that, and it needs to be about there. I'm trying to show you on here. You know that the connection needs to be about there. So I'll show you how you do that. Basically, you take a knife. You've got to do it carefully. So what we want to do is we want to, I don't know, about 10 millimeters. We want about 10 millimeters of bare wire. So just score around it with a knife, like that. Don't try not to go too far in. So you can see I've just clipped the wire there. Sorry, it's hard to do on camera. So I'm just going around with a Stanley knife to expose some wire. That, and then all I'm doing is taking the Stanley knife and I'm going to cut away the sheath along this area. So if you do it carefully, you end up with something like that. I don't know if you can see that, a bit of bare wire, a bit of the way along the wire. So now that we've got our piece of wire and our wire that we need to join in, we get one of the pieces that we made, and we slide it over the wire and slide it down into the bare wire that we made, like that, and then we get our wire that we want to tap in and put that in with it like that. Grab hold of our wire crimpers, and we need to crimp that in the right spot there. Like that. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a solid join. And it's the first one, so now we've got to repeat that 4 times. So I'm just putting on the connectors. One trick for this part, or before you wrap it, is just to use little cable ties to pull together all the wires for the coil. And I'll be heat shrinking these once we're all together. So that's what it looks like so far. Alrighty, so we're ready to install the coils. I removed a couple of the coils and the coil harness, so we'll just remove the last of the coils here, and then we've got our shiny new VW coils to go in. So these were the R8 ones, and that's the original coil. So you can see they're quite a bit different in the height. So we'll see how we go. So that's how they're going to sit once they're done. I'll chuck them all in and then we'll put the wiring on. Alrighty, so I've finished installing the coil packs. You can see them there along with the wiring. It's basically just a single plug, which is there, and then down to some grounds there. And that's basically all. So the only other thing that you have to do is replace the igniter, which that's what it looks like. And we just ordered a straight pass through, so this just plugs in and connects it up. And that's because the new coils, they have the igniters on the coil pack. So we'll give it a test and see how it runs.